The 50th Annual World Economic Forum gets underway in earnest today in Davos, Switzerland. Our reporter Liabo Setho is there, and she's keeping a bird's eye on what's happening there. So yesterday, we know, was quite a big day, no doubt. We had touched a little bit briefly, Liabo, that President Donald Trump was going to be talking. You had explained to us how the security around him was just insane. But I'd love to get a response from you, kind of the word on the street. How was his address taken, and some other things that came out of the opening yesterday?
So, Leanne, a lot of people were talking. In fact, I was hearing in the media room, they were talking about how he was basically praising himself and the U.S. Remember, I told you that the security was very tight, so going in there was almost nearly impossible. But most of the people, when I asked around, they don't seem too convinced with what Donald Trump was saying. But of course, this is something that we took as the SABC and we played as well. But not much optimism around the speech that Donald Trump made yesterday. But always good to see how the Americans, keep a tight rein on leaders when they are at these conferences. You asked me also about what happened last night. Of course, earlier on we spoke to Busima Vuso, who did allude to the fact that challenges that we have back home are actually an issue. And she thinks that now it's time for the government to start thinking about making other plans for SAA because it's draining the fiscus, it's draining money. Remember, it needs an additional 2 billion rand. Business leadership quite adamant about there's no point in us keeping SAA anymore. And also, she talked about Eskom. Remember, she also sits on the board of Eskom, saying that she's got a lot of confidence in Andre de Ruyter, who has already started the job and has been quoted as saying that there are challenges at Eskom, but he believes that they can be fixed. This was quite interesting because last night at the South Africa dinner, Leanne, I had a chat with the Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, Naledi Pandor, and we asked her about what people are asking her on the corridors of Davos. And she says that the top question that comes up is the issue of electricity. Really, this seems like it's a serious thing among investors and people who have an eye on South Africa. They want to know what is being done with electricity. And she tells us that it seems that they have a lot of confidence in President Cyril Ramaphosa and the reforms that government has put ahead, although, of course, they're still said to be quite slow. Leanne, you'll be happy to know that these were not the only people that I encountered. I attended a press briefing where Sipho Pijana was addressing the briefing, and he was with the Botswana President Masisi. They were launching the Africa Growth Platform. This is a platform that is aimed at enhancing small and medium enterprises in the African continent. They want to enhance public and private partnership within the continent. I beg your pardon. They say that they want to increase the number of businesses that are in the continent. And I did ask them about the role of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, and that it being a low-hanging fruit, for small businesses across the continent. And they are aware of they are aware of the issues of the fact that countries are not at the same levels of development. Of course, there's a date thrown around of the 1st of July 2020 where this thing is supposed to be started. But as I said earlier, we will be keeping all the information and giving it to our viewers as it comes along. But these are some of the things that were happening yesterday that I had the opportunity to be part of.
Excellent. So, Sipho Pijana, go into a little bit more of the detail of that press conference that was held.
Yes, so like I say, that it's the Africa Growth Platform that they were launching. It seemed that they want to expand the whole entrepreneurship thing, Leanne, across the African continent. They want to make available funds for entrepreneurs and to make sure that the Africa Growth story is told through small businesses in the continent.
All right, Diabo, we're going to leave it there for this morning, but we look forward to catching up with you through the rest of the day and, of course, finding out tomorrow what's going on. Liabo Setho in Davos, Switzerland, keeping a close eye on things for us. Interesting, some of the remarks coming from Sipho Patiana there. So are we taking a break? Yeah, no, we're not going to take a break. We've got some tweets, I think. We haven't even had a chance to look at our tweets this morning.
It's been a busy few days, eh?
Yeah,
yes, but we love busy. But here's that question of the day that we asked you to engage us on. What do you believe is the best route to go in order to rescue South African Airways? And here are some of your responses.
Concord failed Makate. Okay, fire Pravin Gordhan and Tito Mboweni. Employ someone who is not going there to destroy the SA economy and destroy people's lives. These two are there to serve the multi-billionaires.
This one's from Sam Rampau, who says, good morning viewers, both Sakina and Leanne, and to you. I suggest that these unions which are involved are the ones creating a serious problem for these companies. They interfere unnecessarily, they create tension between employees and employers, and unions must stop and things will work.
Peter saying best option, SAA should go into agreement with new owners or investors. Surely our government has failed in rescuing the sector because we're dealing with people's jobs. This shows what corruption can do to a country.
And Sonwabile says, close down SAA once and for all. They are not a help to the regular South African anyway, as they have most expensive flights. If all taxpayers' money keep rescuing SOEs, where are we getting money to deliver services in future?
Right, there you go. That's where we leave it this morning. Thank you so much for watching us here on this Wednesday.